Hello, it's Jay here with sort of my wrap up for July, my July goals. It's kind of a combination, I guess, of July goals and my recovery goals. I don't know. I've got recovery goals all teed up here. Do I actually have? Because I think I was making. I might not actually have a July goals file. So I might just go with my recovery goals because I may not have actually done. What I'll actually look at is I'll look at my June goals to start off with because they are probably almost identical to my what I would put for July goals if I can find them. God damn it. Here, let me pause for a second. All right, I don't apparently have an electronic version of my June goals, but I have a paper version of it, handily stored at the back of my journal. So that's probably the place. That's probably the place to actually keep them if I want to be able to find them ever again, because they're physical and I won't perhaps lose them. So let's look at what probably were my goals in July, all leading up to surgery on the 20th, which would be time with Jly, which I continue, and boy, after post-surgery, it's been all time with Jly. Walking the dogs daily, which I was doing all the way up until surgery, and now it's Jackie is doing the walking of Shira because Shira's actually okay to walk. Theo's is taking a break at the moment. Early to bed, early to rise, as good as I was going to get. Late night snack. Yeah, actually, I was definitely getting lighter in my snacks. Phone and earbud hygiene. The phone always goes away here. The earbuds often go into the other thing with me. I should really revisit that for the goals that are for August of leaving the earbuds in here. I've got YouTube watching on the go, which I think I have been it's been a little less of that post surgery because I've just had a lot more time just sitting. 7 was work on time, which up until surgery I was doing, and I'm taking the rest of the month off. But up until then, I was mostly getting my time. Daily physio exercises I was doing, and there's I'll talk about the modified version I was doing. The modified version I am doing now. Published 5 videos. I've actually been fairly consistent in the number of videos I've been getting out each month, and I think in July I've actually probably gotten out 5 videos on my public channel. Obviously on this channel I churn out 3 or 4 videos, 3 at least, probably 2 videos at least every day, if not more than that. So that's all been going well. Daily journal keeping, both before and after. I've been keeping the daily journals going, though I've been finding the daily journal kind of challenging post recovery. I've been finding it fairly challenging because I've just been at home, and it's been a lot more. I've been a lot more sedentary, and I feel like I'm not doing that much, even though I am, and I'll get to that in my recovery goals. Daily tasks, keep notes. I'm trying to keep up on that both before and after, just like each day, looking at a to-do list and having little goals for myself each day. That is something that keeping me sane post recovery. It's really useful to have, like, okay, look, you can't get much done, but you can get this done and this done, and once you've got this done and that done, you can give yourself a break for it. Number 12, write daily, poems daily. That has gotten completely derailed by surgery. Yeah. I'll have to think about that going into August, of like, what can I do in August that would be realistic and achievable for writing prose and writing poetry. That would be a good kind of a thing to look at, because I enjoy doing the 100 poems, because that is something that I completed in July, pre-surgery. Is I completed the writing 100 poems in 100 days, which was really useful. I really like that. But I started trying to do another 100 poems, and I completely fell off it. Number 13 in the June one was Weed and Garden Daily, which was before we got into post surgery. I did a ton of gardening, a ton of stuff, weeding, gardening. I'm the day before my surgery, I mowed the lawn very tightly, and it's now all sprung back up. But we're basically two weeks plus out from that, so that's not surprising. And then I've got 15 vocal improvement, my no-ums videos, reading out loud, vocal study video, which is study video, social anxiety video, vocal exercises and vocal exercises. Oh, vocal exercise every other week. Huh. I'll have to look at that, because I don't think I've done one for a good while here. Though, yeah. So that has all actually been going along pretty good. I did my no-ums. I've had 2 no-um videos post-surgery, which I did do. I've started on Patsy Rodenberg's The Need for Words, and while I have a lot of frustrations with that book, I've been keeping it up, and it looks like we're starting to get into some practical stuff, even with there's some batshit crazy stuff that she is talking about, which I will detail in my vocal study video things. I did an anxiety video on the Tuesday, last Tuesday of this week, being Sunday today, and I found that really useful. Yeah, vocal exercise video every other week. I think I can't remember if I've spread it out a bit more, but the last one I did, I decided to split up my vocal exercise into face and tongue, because I had so many exercises, so alternating them, and that's been going quite well, and I've been continuing along with that. That was a good way of not making it overwhelming, but still getting in my exercises, which I think are, if it's a good way of warming up, at the very least. So, and then yes, for this stuff it was bike, house prep for painting, and then the next month was out with getting out the leaning bush, prep before surgery, a level for filming, and indeed, for a level for filming, I downloaded an app, a Bubble app, which I use on this camera. I put this camera into place, and there's an app that you can kind of, it uses the internal sensors of the camera to see exactly how it's tilted, and I use that. So whatever else about the camera, it's theoretically straight, and if it isn't straight, it's consistently the same way all the time. So that's good. So yeah, that gives you kind of a good idea of my July. A lot of that is like pre the surgery on the 20th. Now let me talk about quickly the recovery goals that I gave myself for post-surgery, because I knew that I was going to be in a different place for 3 to 4 to 5 weeks after surgery, and I decided the way to deal with that is to give myself goals that are specifically for recovering. So I feel like I'm doing something, because even pre-surgery I knew, like, oh, I'm not going to probably respond well to just having to kind of take care of myself and not do stuff, that was going to bother me. So I had to kind of put it in terms of, you can't do this stuff, but you have goals, you have recovery goals of what you're going to do. So let's go through these goals, even though this isn't ending with the end of the month, but it's a good place to check in on them, and maybe to hone them as well. So my recovery goals, number 1 recovery goal was heal, rest, not bend, follow aftercare, which I've been doing. And indeed, some of my came home with a little thing of like, okay, you can take off the top bandage this number of days after. Okay, after a week you can take off the steri strips. I've done that. So I followed that. This is when you can have a shower, and you can have your first shower. Next bath it'll be in August and stuff like that. These are all things I've just kind of treated as goals and did them. Number two was to read books, because that was going to be what are you going to be able to do when you are being inactive, and that is read books. So I have definitely been reading quite a few. I've actually picked up a lot of books and been reading them, and that's been successful. I've actually got a lot of reading done, which is good. So I've enjoyed that, and it's also been a good activity. Number three was watch movies. Haven't watched that many movies. There's been number four, watch TV shows, where there's been a lot of kind of comfort watching, and I'm also not the only person watching movies. So I have to follow the energy of the house for that. So that's been okay. Number five was move every half hour, especially at the beginning, just to try and kind of keep myself limber. Also to understand that while I've had this abdominal hernia operation done, I also have scoliosis in the back, and then if I sit for too long and don't move around, I'm gonna feel that if I be completely sedentary. Not sedentary, sedentary. Number six was be mindful of portion sizes. Try not to overeat, because you're going to be doing a lot less activity. Yeah, I think for the most part I'm doing that. Sometimes I feel like I am probably overeating. I think inevitably, and there's portion size and the keeping the snacks to bedtime. Just as things like, okay, you're probably going to gain a little bit of weight. I had been losing weight slowly, steadily coming up to the surgery, but like you need to take it easy after surgery, and that's probably going to necessitate you're going to gain a little weight, unless you really cut on your calories and just sort of go crazy on that. And it's like I wasn't prepared to do that, so I kind of just accepted I'm going to gain a little bit of weight, but try and not kind of go crazy and just be spending all my free time munching on stuff. So I've tried to keep that down, and yeah, I have gained weight. That's what it is. I'm just trying to be mindful of it. Number eight was gentle walks after kind of the initial, okay, we're taking it easy, and that's what I've been doing is daily. I'm trying to get 2 walks in a day, not super long walks. Actually, today I had a longer walk, and maybe that wasn't a great thing to do, because it was a grocery day, and so I was quite tired, which is why I'm kind of getting to this at the later part of the thing. Number 9 is gentle physio, like after the initial time and approval from the surgeon. I never got particularly approval from the surgeon, but there's the physio exercises that Joel at Physica has given me to help with my scoliosis, and really has helped. And I've just been doing them in a very kind of abbreviated, gentle fashion, and that seems to have been good. Doesn't seem to be agitating my the surgical site, but also I'm not feeling like oftentimes if like I just blew off exercises, or like kind of have a long weekend where I didn't do my exercises, because oftentimes I kind of link them to work, that would not be great. So I would feel it. So I've been quite consistent of actually pairing my physio exercises with my vocal exercises, and that's been really good. That just consistently I do vocal exercises every day, so I just do my physio exercises at the same time every day, and that's been really good. It's kind of seems to have maintained my back. I'm sure it's not as limber or as straight as I was, but it's kind of keeping things okay, which is really good. That is good. Number 10 is to do a waffle video updating my recovery, which I haven't done yet, but maybe by the end of today I will do, because I feel like I want to get one more video out by the end of July, and that would be a really good one to do. Number 11 is do review videos. I've done one review video, which I sort of just I read a graphic novel and immediately came out with a review on it. That one just went that for some reason that went really smoothly and I felt comfortable about releasing it. I've got other reviews that I am working on that maybe I'm just less certain about the material. I'm more got more complicated thoughts on the material, or I don't have as much to say, so I'm struggling with it. But I'm working on them. I'm working on them. So it definitely has been a matter of um, I found post surgery in there for the last 2 weeks. I've had a lot less mental strength in a way. Mental focus has been a little bit hard, even though I've been able to read and like enjoy my reading. I don't feel like I'm just kind of fogged through the books. I definitely I have less of a window to get stuff done. Um, yeah, number 13 is continue reading out loud. That I've kept up through the thing. Started on a new book, Captain Blood by Raphael Sabatini, which definitely has is a definitely good adventure book with also some. It's set in the Barbados during the time of the Triangle slave trade, and that's uh, definitely shows some of its kind of not great attitudes from a novel written in I think 1912 it was or something like that, or 1922, I can't remember. But yeah, you can tell Raphael Sabatini maybe didn't think too much about black people when reading this book, or had the usual kind of racism towards black people and dismissing particularly them out of hand, because this was an adventure book about an Englishman breaking free of slavery, but had nothing to do with the natural state of black people maybe in slavery. At least that's kind of the implications that the book seems to put. So, okay, not a review of that, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Number 14 is continue poems, which I was thinking like, oh, that will be the easy way to continue my writing versus doing kind of a longer prose thing. That doesn't seem to have been the case. I think I that fell off. That fell off because I just did not have the mental wherewithal for it. Um, yeah, once I got some of this other stuff done, I was done for the day. And yeah, I guess I'll see how I am today. Because yeah, yeah, I'll see how I am today. Number 15, use pickup sticks. These are, sticks, with a little clamp claw on the end of them. And the wondrous Ja, bought two of them. And in combination, the two together are great. And actually, we ended up also buying a, a system for picking up dog poo, which is great because she was finding it was bad for her to be bending over as well. So now we have that as well. So that's really been really good for kind of dealing with a lot of things around the house, and yeah, dog shit outside, which is really great, really great. Number 16 is to accept that I'm not able to do the heavy or moderate lifting for a while. And I think so far I've been able to be okay with that. And indeed, we talked over with Ja, and I'm just going to take another week off. We have myself off for 3 weeks from work, but just like energy wise, and just that I do feel that like I can't particularly bend and do stuff comfortably at the moment, that I try and give myself one more week, because I know once I get back to work, there's just going to be the work to do, and there's going to be certain things that is just not an option to be bending. I'll probably leave off biking to work for a couple of more weeks after that. But yeah, I need to be mindful. I need to take care of myself and really not baby myself, but really just make sure I'm as thoroughly healed as possible before I go back to work, so I can, there's no reoccurrence, and that this heals up and does as best as it can. It feels tender. There's like a little pushy outy thingy here. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. God, here I am examining myself. Luckily, you can't see down there. You can be spared the sight of my hairy umbilical cord, my hairy belly button. And number 17 was to get bus tickets. for when I do go back to work. So it'll be a combination of driving and going back to work, but that won't apply until August. So what I'm probably going to, what I will do tomorrow, what's my goal? My to-do list for tomorrow will be to write up an August 2022 goals, and it's August 2022 goals and recovery month. It'll still be a recovery month even when I get back to work. It's still going to be a recovery month, and I'll draw up some goals with that in mind. All right. I think that's probably a good sum up for the month, and a good check-in, and a good idea of like, okay, I need to do this for what I need to do for next month. So yeah, that's what I have so far. I've been Jay. More videos later.